Good morning everyone. Let us see some sample programs on loops. First one we'll consider, we want to write a program to print the first n natural numbers. So we require some variables like integer I for storing the index, that is 1, 2, 3, that sequence I want to store. Then n for how many numbers I want to generate. So let us see these many variables, and whenever we require more variables, we'll come and add it. Suppose I want to generate n natural numbers, I want to read n value. So for which I will first write printf, enter the value of n. Then I will be using scanf statement to read the value of n using %d, comma, ampersand n. And I know that the first natural number is n, and I can write this by using either for loop, while loop, or do while loop. So first I will write using a for loop. So inside the for loop I will initialize the value of I to 1, and I want to generate till n. So I will use the condition while I less than or equal to n, and after every number I want to generate the next number by incrementing I by 1. So I will write I plus plus. So this is my for, and the body of the for loop will be, I want to print the value of I, %d backslash either t or n depending on your requirement, comma, I. So this is my body of the for loop. So after this reading the value, I want to print the message printf the natural numbers up to %d are backslash n, comma, this value of n. So let us run it. So it will be asking enter the value of n. Suppose I give the value of n as 5. Then you can see that the natural numbers up to 5 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose this program I want to find the sum of the first n natural numbers along with the printing, then I will be modifying by adding one more variable declaration and initializing to 0, and inside the body I will be performing the addition of sum is equal to sum plus I, and outside the loop I will print the message the sum of first %d natural numbers is %d backslash n, comma, n, comma, sum. So this will going to print the natural numbers as well as compute the sum of the first n natural numbers. So the same n value, if I give n is equal to 5, then it will going to print the natural numbers up to 5, as well as the sum of first 5 natural numbers is 15. So now this same program I can modify by making use of a while statement. So how I will modify this for statement with the while is that, so as you know that while statement starts with the condition. So it requires that conditional statement should have some initial value. So I have to initialize the value of I before I enter into the loop. So the condition which was used in the for loop will be the condition in the while statement. So here I less than or equal to n becomes the while statement, and the initial statement I will be writing before the while loop, and this increment or decrement, which is the computation, which is increment decrement, I will be writing after I perform the body of the statement which was there in the for loop. So I will be writing I plus plus after my sum is equal to sum plus I. Now if you run it, you will observe the same result. So you can observe the same result. So the trick for converting a for loop into while loop is that the first part, which is the initialization part, you write it before the while statement, and the condition what you have specified will be coming as a condition in the while, and the statement which is written in the third part will be coming after the statements of the body of the for loop, and this in this case it is I plus plus, which is written after the body of your for loop, which is the printf and sum. So this is how I can convert the for loop into a while loop. Now suppose I modify the program to print the only odd natural numbers. First n odd natural numbers. Then I require one more variable for counting how many natural numbers I have printed. So count is equal to 0, and first I will write the while statement and then I will convert it into a for statement. So here the first odd sum of odd natural numbers, and I want to print the odd natural numbers also. Here I have to change the odd natural numbers up to this. So first odd, because it is odd, the value of I remains the same and count is 0, while here I have to check the count against the n value, and I will be holding the number to be generated. So because it is odd, first odd number is 1 and the second odd number is 3, the difference will be generated used in the increment of I. So I is equal to I plus 2. So since I was 1, then after the first time the loop is executed, I becomes 3. Next time when loop is executed, it becomes 5. Like that, it is generating the odd natural numbers. And count, after printing 1, I have to increment the value of the count by 1. So now again here you can see that sum is equal to sum plus I is equal to I plus 2, count is equal to count plus plus. So and I am going to, this becomes the body and I am printing the sum also. So now if I execute and if I give the value of n as the same 5 I will give. So it will generate first 5 odd natural numbers. So you can observe the odd natural numbers up to, it is not up to odd natural, not up to, it will be first n odd natural numbers. First n odd natural numbers are, so if I give 5, you can see the first 5 odd natural numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and here it is 11 is also coming. So the difference here is count less than 5 you should do, then you will get the correct answer. So suppose if it is the even natural numbers, then the initial value, if you consider 0 as the even natural, first even natural number, initialize I with 0. If you consider 2 as the first even natural number, initialize I with 2. So here actually we'll say 0 is also even number, even natural number, then I will be starting from 0. So if I print first 5 even natural numbers, then 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. This will be the sum of the first 5. It is not only natural, it is even natural numbers. 5. So we can see this answer. Now this program I can convert using a for statement. How do we convert now? It is just the ulta of what we have done so far. So here, so I have the initial value of the for loop. I will open and this I will make it as a comment. So now initial value of I was 0, and I have the count as 0 outside, so there is no need of that here, and the condition was here count less than n. So now here you change that as a loop for loop condition, count less than n, and you can observe that count also has to be incremented as well as I also to be done. So you want I is equal to I plus 2 as well as count is equal to count plus plus. So now you can remove these two statements or you can make them comment. So now the same output you are going to get here also. It's 5. So you can observe this is how we can convert for loop into while loop and while loop back to for loop. Thank you.